Of course, this is DBS and you're watching The Law Factor Live. The phone lines are open now. So if you have any questions, comments or solution, now's the time to share them. I'm going through the emails. Years ago, the IRD evaluated my home in the Grosley suburbs for property tax, then never sent me anything. I've called many times to ask what I have to pay. They tell me not to worry. I don't understand and hope I will not get a huge lump sum dropped on me suddenly one day. I'd be grateful for an explanation. And we have a call. All right, hold that thought. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to The Law Factor Live.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm calling because I'm watching your show right now.
Thank you.
I'm a low-income wage earner, right?
Thank you.
And I applied since 2008. Right now, I'm working, for a hotel, and my wages is so low that I'm not paying taxes right now. But 2008, I was working for a company that I was paying taxes, and Inland Revenue owes me from 2008. So I don't know why right now is that I cannot even get the money that they have for me. I'm going there for, maybe it's been about what?
Okay, Marcia?
2 or 3 months right now. I went there and they said that no money is going to be paid right now. So I want to ask the panel, why is it so from since 2008?
Okay. Well, there's a process that is followed. I think we went through it a little during the program. I'm sure your assessment has to be worked, and we will ensure too that we print your assessment when we know that we can pay you. For 2008, you should be getting some response from us pretty soon.
Actually, today when I got my pay slip, I got those slips from Inland Revenue.
I didn't get that. You got your pay slip today, and
I got 2 slips from Inland Revenue. The slips that you have to fill out for.
These slips are not from Inland Revenue. These slips are from your employer. Your employer will give you these slips that you have to use to file your income tax returns. He should or she should be the one. Your corporation is the one who puts in all the information and then you file.
So right now, I even know what to do because since Inland Revenue owes me, I don't even know. I was planning to come to your meeting like tomorrow or next week.
Okay, but it follows a process. It follows a process, and we will pay you. Once you're due for a refund, we will pay you. So
why is it taking so long? I mean, from 2008.
Because there's a process, and it does take time.
Okay. Yeah, if you can answer
what
quickly.
you can do is go into the department and inquire as to your position. Make sure that all the years which should have been filled out are filled out.
Everything was filled out.
Everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it seems as if unfortunately, you just have to keep chasing, unfortunately.
Yeah, you might just have to wait or probably try to make a special request. If you have some emergency, probably some medical situation, or if you're going overseas or something, just make an application for it.
About 4 or 5 years now.
I'm sorry that we have not been able to help you any further, but I think the best thing that you can do at the moment is to persevere or go back to them and ask why this is taking so long. But thank you for calling, because we have other people who'd like to pose a question, but thank you so much for calling. Okay, I asked the question beforehand about the property tax, and they said that they're kind of thinking that a lump sum might come their way because it's just taking so long.
I hope not. We try not to send just lump sums onto people.
Okay, all right then. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to The Law Factor Live.
Hello, welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Yes, good night.
Good night.
Did I hear the representative from Inland Revenue, where I think they promoting customer relations and all that kind of thing, say that because they are aware that there is no money that they hold back on the assessment?
You want me to answer?
Can you clarify?
No.
Clarify.
There was a question about saying there's no money. We're saying that an assessment is printed when we know that we're going to pay you. So can you imagine that we have, in any year, we have 20,000 individuals who would file income tax returns. We have to ensure that we process these returns with all the deductions that are granted to them. And as soon as we're ready for printing, we would send it down for payment.
But isn't that the same way you mentioned about people having a low code and all those kind of things, trying to beat the system? You're trying to beat people too?
Well, that's the way the law is written.
No, but that is being dishonest on your part, you know.
Yeah,
no, there's no dishonesty.
In other words, you are telling people to be right, to do things honestly and so on. And because you all know you all don't have money, you all going to hold back so people don't get their interest and so on, whereas people have to pay penalties and so on, and interest and all kind of things. So
you see,
that is not being fair.
The law is biased towards inland revenue because the action is there.
The what?
Because the law is biased towards inland revenue.
The law?
Yeah, because they can control the action. Unless they perform a certain action, then the interest is not due.
My brother, but you all are telling people that if there is a late penalty for them, that is interest and all kind of things. So,
that's right.
Okay? That is what customer you're talking about, that you all talk about good customer service and all those kind of things. So,
of course, we
and at the end of the day, you all have been unfair to the customer when you all know that you all owe them and you all holding back so that they don't get what is due.
No, sir, we're not
that
holding back.
That can't be right, my brother. And I realize like you all just cool, and as though you know very well, people pay tax, you have to pay it, and that is it.
Well, that's the way the law is written.
That's the way the law is?
Yeah.
That's the way the law is, so it is good for you and it's not good for customers. That can't be right, my brother.
I don't think anyone said it was good. We were just saying that that is the law.
Change the law.
Well,
because the law is
there's a process for the law to be changed.
You all want the people to be honest and you all are not honest with them, so change the law.
But we're honest, we're actually telling you exactly as it is. We're not trying to disguise it.
You're actually telling me that you all are deliberately not owing people, and you all don't want to pay the interest, so you're deliberately holding back people.
No, that is not what we said. We said that.
Okay, let me just ask Marcio to clarify this. Okay, because we do need to take some other calls. Clarify this, please.
There's a process that has to be followed. An assessment has to be first created, and then we would send it down for payment. So that we know that there are quite a few taxpayers that would file every year, in excess of 20,000 for just individuals. We also have corporations and we have traders as well. So there is a process that has to be followed before we can actually pay out a refund.
Okay, and we're going to clarify this and actually try and state it up for other places for you to pick up later. Back to the phone lines. Hello, welcome to Law Factor Live.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes,
I understand the whole process. You're saying there's a process, but could you explain the process, that why is it taking so long? Because I know as for a fact that workers at Inland Revenue, they get their returns immediately. They don't have to wait, they don't go through the process. So why can't other customers get it a bit quicker? It takes so many years, 2-3 years, before you get a return.
As I said previously, each year Inland Revenue gets an allocation to pay refunds. So if the refunds for 1 year is, let's say, $4 million, and Treasury only give them $2 million, that means there's a backlog of $2 million. So every year they're carrying a backlog forward. So now they have to ration the refunds.
I think what Inland Revenue seek to do right now is to make it quicker. We realize that we have a backlog and we aim to make it better. So caller, I understand that you're waiting for your refund. We have quite a few people waiting for refunds, and we aim to pay everybody. Everybody will get their refund because it's due to them. It just takes a little time. We're trying our best to quicken the process, and we'll get there soon. In the meantime, just bear with us a little, but you will get your refund.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Let me just try and get through some more emails. Okay, it was my understanding that if one is pensioned, he or she is exempt from paying taxes. But now I have been told otherwise. I would like some light shed on this.
Being pensioned doesn't mean that you don't pay taxes. Being a pensioner means that you get an exemption, a further exemption from everyone else. The pensioner gets an additional $6,000 exemption. But if you're earning revenue, you will still be paying taxes like anybody else.
All right, thank you for that. And I think these questions and answers will post on Facebook and email people, because I understand we're kind of rushing through some of them. Let's go back to the phone. Hello, welcome to Law Factor Live.
Hi, good evening.
Good night.
I'm just saying, I heard this last caller who was really upset about, not getting his income tax on time and saying that Inland Revenue usually holds back money and stuff like that. But what I want to kind of like say to Inland Revenue is this. Why is it that you guys always want to squeeze the alleyway? And realistically, there's so many companies out there that are cheating you guys out, and you're not investigating or sending any auditing officers out to investigate any of these matters. That is my question for you guys.
Question, let's hear the answers.
I don't know how you can stay on the outside and say that we're not investigating corporations. We have a very vigilant audit section. We deal with forensic audits, and they do very detailed audits on our corporations. The corporations are there. If there are some corporations that you think are underground, give us a call and let us know what's happening. We will audit those companies. I think we are doing our best to ensure that we get the best out of those corporations.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. One last thing. Someone's asked, why do banks charge $25 for a statement for tax purposes, especially when you have been a customer of that bank for over 20 years? Well, I asked a couple of banks today, and they said they charge it for admin costs, okay? Before we go to the break, let me leave you with a security tip, compliments of G4S Security Solutions. Visible burglar alarms and good lighting and security lighting can be deterrents. Particularly ensure that recessed areas and doorways have good security lighting. Make sure that lights don't disturb your neighbors and that alarms turn off after 20 minutes. When we come back, just brief perhaps of the phone lines again. But until then, stay tuned to DBS and we'll be right back.